A congratulatory phone call. Spring training has come again, and major leaguers begin the process of readying themselves for the challenges of another long season.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, a spring training matchup between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and their Golden State rivals to the north, the Oakland A's. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
Oakland Athletics.
Jarrell Cotton, the pitcher from the Virgin Islands, is the starter on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, Matt, Jarrell Cotton, and boy, he is a good one. Big live arm. Not a very strong, powerful guy. He reminds me a lot of Pedro Martinez. Low to mid-90s fastball with good sinking action. A terrific changeup, which I think is his best pitch. He has the curve and slider, but he's primarily fastball changeup, and the changeup is a really good one.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And the guy manning shortstop today is J.P. Crawford. This guy, he doesn't have the quickest feet in the game, but he has unbelievable range, a strong...
Now at the plate, Julian Oliveros. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Julian Oliveros.
Here comes the first pitch. Line to shortstop, and there's one away. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Adam Frazier, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out.
That's up.
Popped high in the air. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. First cuts for him here with the bases open and two away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. Bases are empty here with two men out. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that. Here's a ground ball out to the shortstop, Simmons. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Jose Medina, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already. And he popped him up. but this will land untouched. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive to center field. Cheney is there, and he has it for the first out. Digging in now, Renato Nunez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
1 ball, 1 strike the count. The 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Liriano. 2 gone. Here's the German-born catcher, Bruce Maxwell. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
That's up. That's
Popped
up.
him up. Pulliam will put this one away, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. It's 1-2.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Boog Powell is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. A's still looking for that elusive first hit of the ball game. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Hit on the ground to third. Pulliam right there. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Now batting, Julian Oliveros. First delivery to him on the way. Tapper up the line and rolls foul for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Popped him up. Simmons has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. These are gone in order. Michael Wacha will come out now and make his first.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially.
Smokey will come on and get some work as he makes his second appearance so far this spring. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kike Hernandez. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
He takes the turn and heads for second.
Hold it. No.
And the Brewers get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
Ball 1.
1-1.
Hernandez leads off second with nobody out. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Hit out towards second. Gonzalez takes it in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Next for Milwaukee, Domingo Santana. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. No balls and 1 strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
The 1-1. Lined into left center. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Stepping up to the plate, Francisco Mejia. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the 0-1. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. A runner on first with 2 away. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Wing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone.
Well, he thought he was just about out of this inning. Then the ball leaves the bat, and he's thinking, please go foul. But no such luck. Right off the foul pole for a 2-run.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is. Antonio Senzatella will come out. And this one concludes at a 10-7 score. The Milwaukee Brewers. Smokey is out from the bullpen now as he'll work in his 3rd game so far this spring. Leading off the inning, Robert O'Daniel, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch on its way. Strike one to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike to the Padres' first baseman. Called strike in a dangerous location there, 1-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called, one away. Now at the plate, Bryce Harper looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball two. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area.
I know it's a guessing. In the wheelhouse.
Very weakly on the ground. The 2-2 one more time. Down the third baseline. Pulliam scoops it up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's Parker Bridwell, the 6'4", a one-run finish, 4-3 the final tally today. The San Diego Padres. Smokey will come on now and take the ball for the 4th time this spring.
20, Smokey.
Striding in for the Rockies, Rougned Odor.
Leading off the 4th
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch, and he fouls this one off. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one. Odor is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost art. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt. Not putting him up, putting him down, getting down the first base line. Definitely sets the tone for the team.
And that's out number one. And that'll bring up one of the top prospects in the game, Raimel Tapia. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But this will wind up a... bounce to first. Gonzalez is up with it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready to take his hacks again, Richard Rios, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Left side, but well foul. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Standing in, Smokey. First at bat of the game for him here in the fifth, as he was a late entrant into this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball left side. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, it's one thing to give up a hit to a pitcher right here. You can live with that, but an American League pitcher, a guy who probably takes BP 10 days out of the year, this is surprising. He's going to have to bear down on the mound out there.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Colin Pulliam. He flew out in his last at-bat. None out, runners at first and second. Now a bunt attempt here.
You're up.
One there. On to first. Not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call. Antonio Senzatella is out from the fifth. 14-2, the final score in this one. The Rockies took the afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the Cleveland Indians and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Into the box now, Jose Ramirez. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The afternoon for Cleveland, the designated hitter.
First delivery to him on the way. And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. And it's 1-1.
Well, you always get a sense of the umpire's strike zone, usually early on in a game, and that's normally a pretty good clue. Second pitch of the game, and it's already looking like a tight zone.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Liriano has a beat on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Now at the plate, Christian Yelich.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 20.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
1 out, nobody on. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Pyle has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Stepping in, Alex Bregman. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and it's a foul ball. Popped him up. Harper waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
The windup and the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
I love situation. You leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
So we got him looking there. Tommy Joseph is retired to kick off the inning. Here's the first pitch to him.
Center fielder, number 7.
No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
One.
To the right side. Gonzalez loves it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. At the plate, Louis Steadman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hard hit to first. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Hold on to it.
Here's Jabari Blash. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And this is hit hard to the right side. Ready with the 0-1. On a line, that's a base hit. The throw into second, but he is in there as they can't get him at second.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Steadman on second, Blash on at first with 2 down. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He really needs to find a pitch to put this guy away with right here, right now. He can't allow this inning to get any worse than it's already become.
Payoff pitch one more time. Down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. Count remains full. The 3-2 one more time. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Indians strand a couple. They're still down. It's 2-0. Ready now, John Borman, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Throws him on the bender there, and he's in the hole 0-2.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
The 0-2 once more is taken for ball 1.
0-2 pitch in the dirt. I think that was a purpose pitch. These guys are swinging at just about everything, so he's going to take a chance to see if they'll chase one even further out of the zone.
The count now at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Gonzalez has it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Jose Ramirez. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Line drive to left. Pyle is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Now to the plate, Christian Yelich. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
Cheney is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Michael Walker is out from the bullpen now. Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy. Smokey makes his way toward the mound now as he'll appear in his 6th ball game of the spring. Digging in to try it again, Wilson Contreras, as we begin the top of the 4th. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row. Down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Bryant to the opposite field. Harrell looks up, and it's gone as they add still another.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
The windup and the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind. Both clubs with 3 hits. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. So stepping in, Paul Hardwell. He singled his last time up.
Paul Hardwell.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
That's up. That's up.
Popped him up. Vargas is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's 1. Dalton Urban enters.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs.
Smokey will come on and pitch for the 7th time here this spring.
Number 20, Smokey.
Next for Seattle, Cameron Perkins. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Fly ball out toward left center field. Calling for it, Heil. He's got it 1 away. So striding forward now, Andreas Zamora. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Zamora.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release. It's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So striding in, Edgar Navarro. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
1-1 is taken for strike 2.
I just think after seeing both those. Ball's going to blow right by you.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup. full count, 3-2. Francis Montero would be next. Frozen for strike 3, and that retires the side. So no run. Antonio Senzatella makes his way forward.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, a spring training matchup between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he takes ball one. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
Chopped weakly to the left. Pulliam ranges to his left. And that's the first out. Coming to the plate now, Jeimer Candelario. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And he misses with it, 1-1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
So now the Reds' cleanup hitter, Jesse Winker. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. Comes set and the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carried.
Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate.
A lot of time. It's inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt.
Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Naquin stands at second with 2 gone. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he just put him on first, but not with the guy in the on-deck circle.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. And now for the Angels, Smokey. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Smokey.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Ground
right
ball
here,
sent back up the middle. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Into the box, Romeo Santos. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. And that's taken for strike 1.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Cheney arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. First offering on its way. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Cheney is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit down the line at first, but this is foul for the first strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. It up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Liriano. And that retires the side. Digging in, Jose Peraza as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Full count to Jose Peraza.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And good patience exercise as he works out to walk to lead off the home half of the third. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. Now at the plate, Tyler Naquin. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 delivery. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Peraza leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Great job on those last 2 pitches. He gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Stepping into the box, Enrique Flores. 0 for 1 here in the early going. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
And that's in there, 3-1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Too high, ball 4. And they're at the corners now with 2 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jeimer Candelario. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he takes a called strike, 0-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. And a base hit as that'll score the run from third, and the Reds jump out in front here, 1-0.
Hey, you tip your hat to the batter for finding a way to find some green grass out there, but man, that has to frustrate you, Dan. An executed pitch right there.
It does. Anytime you make a good pitch, and off the bat it certainly didn't look like it was going to fall in for a base hit. You make a good pitch, but you don't necessarily always get the kind of results you want as a pitcher.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. In to score is the runner from first. It's a 3-0 game.
Wow, what a great piece of hitting here as he took a big swing at that one. Almost got it out of here for a 3-run blast, but he'll be happy with a 2-run double as well.
Yeah, he's not happy either way, but I'm sure the man on the mound is more than a bit relieved that that hit didn't turn into something worse. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Smokey.
Number 20, Smokey.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Just a tick behind for a strike. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. From the stretch. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to stepping in and ready for another shot, Emilio Gonzalez.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Takes a high fastball for a strike. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, now you see how difficult it is to be a catcher. This ball is really smoked, gets all the way to the wall, D-Row, but he just doesn't have the foot speed to turn this into an extra base hit. Yeah, his calling card is definitely not his ability to run the bases. It's for offense and massaging a pitching staff.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. Riding in once again, Jose Peraza. Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out. Michael Walker makes his way towards it. Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. Smokey will come on to make his 9th appearance already here this spring.
Smokey.
Stepping in, Boog Powell, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. And no swing, apparently, ball 1. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. Now he'll step off. Freezes him, a strikeout looking. Striding in for Oakland, Heath Stefanelli. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Fouled off. 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error on the Oakland line score. Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
1-0 the count. Stefanelli, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. 2-0 the count to the A's left fielder.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning. Because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the hump.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Parker Bridwell is going to come on now. 8-1 is the final score this afternoon. The Halos hosted a 3. Smokey is going to come on now, as he's already up to 10 appearances here in the spring.
Smokey.
Stepping up now, Paul Hardwell comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, boys, although I'd love to get all over this offense for underachieving, let's tip our cap to this pitching staff right here. They've been able to execute, working all 4 quadrants and keep it off balance.
And a step off.
Balls up!
Popped him
Balls
up.
up!
Gonzalez is there for it. 1 away. Now in the box, Josh Netzel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Netzel.
Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Pyle is after it, and he makes the catch in the corner. Ready for another chance? Ramon Torres. He flew out in his last at-bat. And that's taken high and outside for ball one.
That's up.
Popped high in the air. Simmons moving to his left. And that ends the inning. Miguel Perez will get the call here as he'll hit for the...
What? What time is it? Where am I? Oh, man, it's over? Man, I thought this game was never going to end, but it did.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. A ball and a strike to the Giants' leadoff man. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Straight up, straight up.
And it's fouled away. And he'll step off. The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Another 1-2 delivery. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Inciarte now for second.
No runner, cut it.
And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
This is exactly what you want to do when you've gone down by 2 runs. Answer the bell. So he leads off the next inning and gets them going with a double. Now if they can scratch a run or two across this inning, they'll be right back in this one.
Inciarte stands at second with no outs. This pitch is popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. And that misses. 2-1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. First appearance for him here with the leadoff man still at second and 1 gone now. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Mazara swings, and this is sent to deep right. Oh, and it's off the foul ball in right for a home run.
Well, this is something you don't see every day. It had the distance to second it left the bat, but it was anybody's guess whether it was going to be fair or foul. That is, until it clanked off the top of the foul pole. No question or controversy now. That's an impressive homer.
Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Digging in, Manny Machado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Popped him up. Gonzalez ranging into shallow right. He's there to track it down, and that'll... So here's the Angels pitcher, Smokey. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. First pitch coming, here it is. Way out in front.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
That's not great form right there, but you can't be surprised. A lot of these guys were not asked to bunt coming up through the minor leagues, so don't expect every sack bunt to get down.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, this is where you have to be really aggressive. 1-2 count on an American League pitcher that rarely bats. Go right after him.
Oh, and this deflects right off him. And he'll get in there safely.
You know, D-Row, it's not very often that pitchers are able to get some base hits. Even though that's an infield knock, he'll take that every day of the week.
Are you kidding me? From a defensive standpoint, this is rock bottom. I mean, the pitcher is beating out infield singles. What else is next?
And he got him. Ready to take his hacks again, Andrelton Simmons, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. The 1-2. He's running. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first. He'll be in time, and a good chance for the Angels. Striding in, Jonathan Schoop. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Line drive to left. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
He obviously was sitting all over that pitch. He didn't want to go deep in the count. He saw it 0-0, and he let it fly.
First pitch on its way. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Schoop gets his lead at first, nobody out. A ball and a strike.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Ground ball to second. This could be two. Simmons on to first, and they turn the double play.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper two-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Next up will be Kyle Farmer, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. And he lays off for ball one.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
1-2 now. Bases are empty. Frozen on strike three for the final out of the inning. Next to bat for the Giants, Doug Livingston. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that's in there for a strike. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Gonzalez ranging into shallow right, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Ender Inciarte. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground is short. Throw in time at first for out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. A ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Left side, Pulliam comes up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 3 innings complete. Standing in, Smokey.
The pitcher, number 20, Smokey.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled away. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
And Machado will make the catch here, and that ends the inning. Angels strand one. So coming to the plate, Nomar Mazara. And remember, he hit that two-run homer his first time up. First offering on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Mazara is retired, and there's one away. Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Manny Machado now. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
Pulliam is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Michael Walker will come on to make it 10-2 the final in this game. The Los Angeles Angels used a nice Smokey will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 20, Smokey.
Digging in once again, Tyler Naquin. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now
1-1-1.
attempt here. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. Ready for another shot now. Enrique Flores. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. So 2 pitches.
What you want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter the same.
That's off the end of the bat foul, and he might have been fortunate to stay alive that time. little bouncer that rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Wow, you want your stars to get their work in during spring training, but you don't want to see them get hit by a pitch. Looks like no damage done, though.
Stepping in now, Johnny Montoya. A bullet to first base. And now they'll tag him out between first and second. It's a Dalton Urban. 6-4 the outcome today. The Los Angeles Angels came through late, taking the lead. Smokey gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Number 20, Smokey.
Striding in for the Indians, Luis Sardinas, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the fifth. No balls and a strike to count. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Rounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair.
And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4. In now, John Borman. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Bouncer up the middle to second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Jose Ramirez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. Both clubs with 3.
That's up.
Popped him up. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover. Dalton Urban enters to do the pitching. 3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Cleveland Indians wrote an
Your attention,
Smokey
please.
takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 20, Smokey.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Matt Davidson. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that.
And this is chopped foul at the plate. He stays alive, still 0-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
And a fastball just a bit high. This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out. Ready once again, Bernie Rivas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And that's in there for strike 1. Grounded back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So we'll go at least 1 at-bat deeper into the top of the 6th after that 2-out success.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Hit back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. James Tumalo will come on to make his 9th appearance already.
Look, it's easy. You don't have to look any further than the 5th inning to see where this game was decided.
At the plate, Javier Hernandez. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Colorado.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Number 10.
A ball and a strike to Colorado's leadoff batter. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for strike number 2.
Hey, I don't mind that. On to the next pitch.
Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. Coming to the plate now, Raimel Tapia, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game. First offering on its way.
The right fielder number
Popped him up. Harper over to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. No balls and 1 strike. Sharp ground ball to third. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. At the plate, Freddie Freeman. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Freddie Freeman.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
A ball and 2 strikes.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. And right into the shift. Gonzalez from shallow right on to first, and there were 2 down. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. No score here as we play inning number 2. That misses, 2-0. Three and 0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
3-1 to the Rockies left fielder. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. Line to the right side. Liriano will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. In now for Colorado, Rougned Odor, 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. High pop-up. Simmons calls for it. 1 out. Digging in, Esteban Gomez.
Batting 8. Third baseman.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Breaking ball, called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2. The pitch.
Batting 9. Catcher. Christian.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Vasquez makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. And here's Liriano now to make the So digging in now, Javier Hernandez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 1-2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Raimel Tapia will be next. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Simmons is there. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. Striding into the box, Raimel Tapia. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball one. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Up around the face. 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the two-hole hitter.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4. Hot shot on the ground is short. Simmons has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And the changeup is way low that time. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Hit on the ground out to short, taken in by Simmons. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. Now at the plate, Freddie Freeman. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel in.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Michael Walker takes over to start this.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched one-run.
Smokey enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 20, Smokey.
Up next for the Rangers, Brett Ruth.
Leading out for the Rangers, designated hitter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. That was a curveball that never really broke, stayed high.
Really high curveball right there, struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Two and two now.
That pitch up in the zone called the...
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Reined in. And there's one down now. And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero. He was a ground out victim last. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Settling in now, Luis Velez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And a fastball just a bit up. 2 balls and no strikes. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. Fouled off. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. Back. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that. Geraldo Quinones gets the call from.
Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind it.
Smokey takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 20, Smokey.
Stepping into the box, Edgar Navarro.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Henry Varela. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 0-1 the count. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Popped him up. Vargas in foul ground, and this will not be caught. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting, designated hitter, Francis.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Harold ranging back. Still ranging back. And that one is gone. In now, Michael Tolbert, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Geraldo Quinones. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major. Smokey enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 20, Smokey.
Next for the Dodgers, Andrew Toles. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Corey Seager becomes the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning. In there, now the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
It's a major part of his arsenal.
And another foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Here's another 0-2.
Straight up.
And he pops him up. Smokey is there. 2 gone. Digging in and looking for more, Wilmer Flores. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. No balls and a strike to count. Toles at second with 2 down. Now this is driven out to deep right center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Bouncer up the middle. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. In the inning, Bobby Pyle will get
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home.
It's time for baseball here on The Show. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the Oakland A's and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So striding forward now, Julian Oliveros. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Right side, but it's well foul. Really starting to pour now.
You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Adam Frazier comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And he takes this one high, 1-1. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1. One out, nobody on. And he takes strike three called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Pyle over to his left, and that ends the inning. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Scott Schebler. He'll get us started in the top of the second. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. And that brings up Chad Pinder as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one.
And you know, the heavy stuff has finally arrived.
A swing and a blast to center field. No doubt about this one. Back-to-back home runs as that one's way out of here. Here's the German-born catcher, Bruce Maxwell. Yes, he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. No balls and one strike. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Standing in now, Richie Perez.
Richie Perez.
The 0-1 on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Liriano. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. Throw won't get him. Next up for the A's, Heath Stefanelli. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Still only one out in the inning. Good break to that one, and he's in command, 0-2.
With two strikes. Get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone. Now batting, Julian Oliveros. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. This one's flared off to the right side. Gonzalez has got it, and the side is retired. Now the A's designated hitter, Adam Frazier, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
2-2 to Adam Frazier. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. Grounded back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
And the run will come in to score from second as now it's a 3-1 ball game. Digging in now, Chad Pinder, and their runners at the corners now. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. And a neck-high fastball that time. Two balls and a strike.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks the zone again.
Catch is made near the line. Here comes the runner from third. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead. Now at the plate, Bruce Maxwell, a base hit in his first trip. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. The 2-0 on the way is looked at for the first strike. Missed with a breaking ball.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
And this is ball 4 as it's off the catcher's glove. Standing in, Boog Powell, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Stepping up to the plate, Richie Perez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Boy, and here's a drive. Deep left field, and the long ball's going to bite him for the 3rd time.
Number 20, Smokey.
Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. He'll get things started here in the second half of the sixth. In there for strike one.
Flores.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Elias Diaz the next to hit. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Elias Diaz.
Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. Next up for Los Angeles, Tim LeCastro. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. In there, 0-1. 5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Ground ball foul down the left side. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Swinging bunt up the line. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Geraldo Quinones gets the call. 5-2 the final score tonight. The Los Angeles Angels.